But if I was starting a podcast journey today and I was becoming somebody that would create not just a podcast, but just because podcasts changed during the last 20 years. Podcasts used to be really like audio content. Then it became audio and video. So now what we are doing now is actually a podcast as well. It's a live stream, and then I can turn it into a podcast, etc. So to me, if you're into the content game, I would like to give you my idea of how you turn your content game into a money making machine. So first, what you need is two things. You have to understand that in the world of content is king, data is queen. So you have to understand your data, understand who are your customers, where they're watching you from, and how to acquire new customers. So first of all, you have to start with number one, creating the content. You have to create good, compelling content that have people coming back every day. So you are an example of 3 years of making content, and that people like you guys come every day to watch me talk about this and talk about that, give my opinion, listen to my opinion, be entertained about my opinion, comment, react in the chat, etc. Now, the first question is, how do you expand that? How do you expand that to create other people? How do you make it so that you don't talk to the same 10 people every episode, and you turn it into maybe I don't know, 1,000 people? I believe that the best way to do it, without spending money, of course, unless you want to do ads and advertise your content. I think the best way to do it, especially on YouTube, that YouTube is not as great for discovery as, for example, TikTok. For example, TikTok is great at having you being discovered by the people who are interested in you. How do you do it on the YouTube space? You do it by creating content with other creators. Let's say that Master Electronic has a podcast about creating electronics and being a top hacker. Let's say that Master Electronic is doing that, and he has his own show live where he talks about this and that, and he comes to my show and I go to his show. Let's say he's 10 people watching, and I have my 10 people watching, and they are different people. Maybe by me coming to his show, I will acquire 5 customers from his show. And so let's say you go to 10 people like that, and you acquire 5 people every time you go. The next show you do, you will have 60 people instead of 10. So that's how, first of all, you start deploying more people to watch your content. After that is something that I've been seeing, and it's something actually that I'm gonna start doing in my next upcoming this year, for this season of Club Shada. I'm gonna go and be invited in a lot of places and give my opinions about stuff in a lot of other people places, other content, other podcasts, even if they are small, because I want to have people be interested in coming to Club Shada. So I did a few of them already. I've been invited in 2 amazing podcasts in Portuguese, Miss Yolo Pod and Desconstruir. Those are available on YouTube. You can go check them out. But I'm gonna start also going to places on Instagram, places on live stream on Twitch, live stream on YouTube by other people, and podcasts, and just have conversation and make sure that people link to this channel to expand the size of the audience of this channel. Another strategy that I've seen being done that I find super interesting and that I will probably use is, and I've been using it already, but is clipping. So you do a show of how long have we been live? We've been live for an hour and a half. From this, you can make 2, 3, 4 clips, 5, 6, 7, depending on the size of the clips. You can make a lot of 1-minute clips. You can make a lot of 10 minutes clips. You can make a lot of 15 minutes clips. Something that you do when you want to reach the next level, I believe, is finding how much it costs to hire somebody. And the beautiful thing about working with the internet is that you can find people anywhere in the world. You can have people in Pakistan, you can have people in Nigeria, in Congo, everywhere, as long as they have an internet connection and they can do the work you want from them. Let's say at the end of this episode, so this episode is playing live, but at the same time it's being recorded in my computer. Soon as the show is finished, I put the file in a Dropbox folder, and I have an editor in Congo that I pay $150 a month, for example. And the 8th episode I'm going to produce in a month, his only job is to just find the best moment and then cut them, edit videos for me, and maybe the next day or 2 days after the show has aired, he has like 10 clips ready to upload on the same channel, and he just add them to the same Dropbox folder. That's level 1. You want to go level 2? You take 2 people that you pay $150, one in Congo, another one in Pakistan, and then all they do is they get your music, your video when they get your Club Shada episode or your podcast episode, and they cut. One is doing content for a special Club Shada clips where it's just Club Shada clips in that channel, and that's all they do. They put clips in there, and they just go to every show and they just cut 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes there, and that's their job. All week they have to upload like 5 clips on the channel and that's all they do. And they have access to the channel. You give them an editor role, and all they can do is upload stuff in the channel, and that's it. Now, of course, you can revoke their role if they act stupidly, but if you start building a team for that, you now get to a place where you have now 2 channels. When one where you are creating the content, which is this one, and then another channel plus this one where you have, maybe on this channel you add like 3 to 4 clips that are sent to you by your Congolese editor, and then you have another channel where it's just like 1-minute clips, very small clips that are just pumping out like all the time. Once these channels become popular and they generate money, all that money that you are generating, you can use this to promote the main channel. And a lot of people, when they watch the clip, they also go to the main channel and they say, oh, I want to catch the live. And now they're happy to catch the live. So that's phase 1 of the grand plan to become an empire. Phase 2 of the empire would be, so I would take for me what I would do. But let's say, for now I have this is a corner of my apartment. So I'm in my living room. But let's say that I rent a building. Let's say I can rent a place that is more or less the size of this plus my kitchen and a bathroom, right? Let's say I rent a place. There's a building there. They rent it for $1,000 a month. let's say now I use a little bit of the music from money, or maybe the music from the money from YouTube. Let's say I use a little bit of the money from either YouTube or the money or the music, and I pay $1,000 a month for a specific place, a specific studio, right? Where I would have a special decor, and now Club Shada is recorded there. So I have cameras, I have this, and maybe I even have an assistant that has the key and come there maybe before the show. And then he takes care of running the operation. So instead of me being focusing on the camera and the screen, the comments, all that stuff, now I have somebody that is in front of the computer and taking care of the technique, the music, and me, I'm just taking care of talking to the camera. And maybe I have two cameras and that person can go around between one camera and the other. Now, if I own this studio, imagine if now, if you want to go to phase 2 of building your empire, you hire Master Electronic and Joel Amen if they lived in Portugal, and maybe who create content. You hire Urban Sweet Spot, for example, to all have a show that they sign a contract to become your employees. You pay them, let's say 50-50 or 60-40, whatever, to be able, they use, or you make it fair, 50-50, and they use your studio, and they have either everything on this channel that already has a lot of subscribers, and now instead of having 2 shows a week, you have like Club Shada on Wednesdays, Club Shada on Sundays, but maybe you have the Master Electronic show on Mondays, and maybe on Tuesday or Thursday you have the Joel Amen shows, and on Saturdays or maybe Tuesdays you have the Urban Sweet Spot music show, something. And now you can have a channel that is creating a lot of content, and you can even have a show with the 4 of you guys where you debate about something, and you have, now you can and then after that, once you have your 4 to 5 shows, because you can be live all week as long as people are using your studio, and you can put everything in one channel, or you can decide to create a bunch of other channels. Let's say you have like Master Electronic channel, MJ Wemoto channel, Urban Sweet Spot channel, etc., and all these channels are creating content, and then you have your editors. You hire like another 2-3 editors, and now all these editors, whenever a show is done recording, it appears on a folder. They take it, they cut it, they clip it, and everything go to either one clip channels of all the shows. So maybe instead of going in the Kaysha channel, you have maybe a Club Shada channel, and then you have all these things that are being clipped everywhere, and then you generate money from each clip, from each show. And everybody, let's say they do the show on your channel, for example, and everything that is on your channel, you make the money, but all the clips that they take with their editors, they can clip and they make money on their channel. And then you find a way, you find the right deal that works for everybody, and you pump their channel. Maybe they on top of the show they do on your channel, they also have their own show on their channels, and then you both cross build each other, and you start building something interesting. And at a point, if you become a network, you get to phase 3, the gargantuan phase, where you can hire, like, you can promote, invest in 2, 3, 4 different studios where you have 10 podcasts, and you must have employees that you pay for being behind the cameras, and then you have employees or partners depending on the situation, if they already had channels, if they don't. And you have people that they come, and maybe, for example, you're gonna have partners that already have their channels, but they come record in your studio and you do a revenue share. Or maybe you hire them to do a show on your channel, and then they also have the shows on their channels, and they have the right to clip parts of those moments where they talk on your channel on their channels, and they make money their way there. And when they come work on your channel, maybe they have a revenue share from their shows, or you have or you just pay them for whenever they come, they get a specific revenue for being part of one show, a panel, etc., etc. You can do it this way, you can do it another way. It depends. There's many ways you can do it. And then you also have people that are not partners, they're just employees as well. And those ones, they just come to do different shows. So imagine this channel, for example, has 200. How many subscribers I have? This channel, for example, has 226,000 subscribers. So imagine if, instead of, you tell people that before they start that they can start their channel whenever they want, but they can come in this channel, and maybe you can turn Club Shada into not only Shada's show, but it just becomes a show that is not like twice a week, but it becomes Club Shada every day. So you can have Club Shada on Monday with such person, Club Shada on Tuesday with such person, on Wednesday with Kaysha, on Thursday with Joel Amen, on Friday with Master Electronic, or talking about tech, on Saturday with Dahlia, and you have a special show that she does from Canada, and you take care of everything. And then Sunday, Kaysha comes back, and then maybe those are the shows that come out like every week. And then you have clips of all these 7 shows that you have. So you live every day, and then every day, the rest of the day, you have 10 to 15 clips. So you cut little pieces of moments, debate moments, where and then maybe once a week you have a show with all your people, and everybody comes, and you have like a discussion about things, and then you invite other people, etc. And then you become you start becoming a media empire, because if you have on one channel, you have 7 shows that are live, so you live all week. Then on top of that, you are crunching clips everywhere all the time, not only on your channel, but also from all the channels of the participants of the different shows. At a point, you might make 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 every month from that one channel. Now you get another studio, and on that studio, you create other channels, other content. You have another podcast studio or content studio. On that content studio, you have like maybe beauty girls, and you have either you just have one channel for everybody where people start and maybe they branch out to their own channel and the contract evolve, or you have a ton of channels that you own as you wish, or you can even have channels that you don't own but you partner with. So you take care of the revenue for them, or you take care of finding the sponsors, you take care of monetizing the channels, and either you own or not the shows, but you take 20-30% of the revenue generated from the whole channel from these people. In exchange, they use your studio. And then maybe you have a third studio where you have another podcast, another podcast. And now when you have, let's say, I would say when you have 20 different shows, ranging from everything, politics, shows in English, shows in French, etc., shows in Portuguese, shows in Japanese, talent everywhere. Let's say you have like 50 creators that you're working with, and then you have at least, I don't know, 100 shows, 100 different podcast shows like this one, of people that are live or pre-recorded and that are all banging in a network of channels. Then you can have somebody become, you hire somebody to be the person who goes and look at all the numbers and said, okay, we represent 2 million viewers monthly across X number of countries speaking English, French, and Portuguese, and here, and here. Okay, that person, their job is to have all the numbers and go to the advertisers, go to the sponsors, go to clothing companies, go to these places and say, hey, you can sponsor the whole network for X amount. And then everybody, let's say we have a sponsor that is willing to pay 30,000 to be in the 100 shows. You take the 30,000 and you give to specific artists, the specific talent that are working with you as partners or as employees, and you tell them, hey, we have 30,000 that we made, so as the network we will keep 10,000. That's our revenue, and now we're gonna split 20,000 between the relevant people. So you have a good show, we give you 2,000 to wear this t-shirt from this brand. You have this nice show, but you're still starting, we're gonna give you 500 to wear this t-shirt. You and you wear those t-shirts, and we all give you 500, etc. And then you have you spend 10,000 on your talent. Then you take another 10,000 and you use that 10,000 to buy Google ads, Instagram ads, and Facebook ads, TikTok ads, to just promote all the clips you do. You put 10,000 in making millions of views and legit views from all these shows to just get promoted and be proposed to potential viewers. And then now you have 100 people that can invite each other in and debate about X, Y, and Z, and music shows, cooking shows, Club Shada type shows. You can have like 10 of them, 2, 3, 4 cooking shows, depending on the style of cooking, African history show, European shows, this, French, that, and you have maybe 10 people that all they do is take those 100 shows every week and clip, cut them into different pieces. And when somebody goes in another channel, their editor go take whatever they do and the parts where they talk, clip it, import them to their channels, and everybody is generating revenue. And by the end of that, you have a media empire. And imagine that you don't even need to go look for music, because all you have to do is go look for here, and you have either all my instrumentals, amapiano, kizomba, lo-fi hip hop, house music, Afro house, and you can choose songs in there to agreement your shows. And you can even have musicians. You can do the same thing with music, because listen, I was talking about a music channel, but imagine if you did that for, instead of podcast channel, imagine if you did that for a music channel. or a cooking channel or anything, an Afrocentric channel. You can do that. You can apply these ideas to anything. Imagine if you are just a bunch of musicians and you have like all these musicians and you have a good channel with a lot of followers. Then what you do is you bring everybody to one channel and you start cooking and you start doing all these ideas, but for music. You have a bunch of beat makers and you have a bunch of singers. All the singers, you have a studio. Singers are cooking music. Beat makers are cooking beats. Shake everything. Put out song every time there's a new song. Then all the beat makers do some remixes. When the remixes come out, you put them out, and then you do some listening parties on each artist's channel, or maybe on that one channel. Hey, somebody is doing, and you have all the artists using the channel to generate this. And actually, if you look at my channel, so youtube.com/Kaysha. If you look at my channel, that's exactly what I did 15 years ago with my channel. Now my channel is moving to become really the Kaysha channel, but at a point this channel was called Kaysha Sushi Raw. And not only you had my thing, my Club Shada clips, of course, my albums. So now it really become my channel. But back in the days, you could also find the music from AC Jordan, for example. So if you go here, you see, you can have AC Jordan music. You have a whole playlist of everything that has to do with AC Jordan, but everything is still on my channel. Same thing for Sumia, Elisio, ABG. That's exactly what I did. I did this for my channel, my YouTube channel, and that's actually how I built the Sushi Roll empire at a point where I had every artist in my channel and all the information was centralized in one place, and I was the owner of all that content. But still, and the artists were making money doing their shows, and I was using the money I was making not only from the channel, but also the money I was making from the CD sales to pay for their tours and also pay for their music videos. And at a point, I just stopped doing that because with this, the arrival of the streaming, everybody got crazy and life happened. But if I would do it all over again today, that's exactly what I would do. And as I'm moving slowly from I'm still making music, but I'm not performing anymore. But as I'm moving slowly into more content creator in a broader sense, which is not only music, but also podcast content, movies tomorrow, movie production and movie participation, series, documentaries. I already have the whole network where I can decide, am I putting my documentaries in my channel or am I doing them in a new channel? If I want to do like Club Shada with other people, do I need to create a new channel or do I hire somebody that is my employee to just do Club Shada live from anywhere? That's the granularity of this whole thing makes it beautiful, because you can decide how you want to do. You can decide that you can invite somebody to do a show in your channel, or you can decide to have these people do a show in their channel from your location. But you could do Club Shada every day in my channel with different hosts coming from different places, because all you have to do is send them a special link from YouTube. They connect there and now they're live on your channel. And then you either pay them as an employee, and then your whole channel becomes a television, or you revenue share. It's up to you to decide how you make your business then with the people, and depending on what they're looking for. But all this are very interesting ideas. Now, to me, a lot of people actually, what they should do, because I see a lot of people in this space trying to do things that are interesting, but I see a lot of people that are small and they still divide their talent into different places. Maybe because of they don't want to have to do accountability, maybe accounting. Sorry, maybe they I don't know what is the reason, but I believe that when people work together, yes, having different channels works, but actually having everything in one place works as well. So to give you an example, when I did Sushiro, I had Elisio, ABG, Sumia, Taina, Shana, Kaysha, Vandame, Anofela, Top One, Tia, and I could have done 10 different YouTube channels for everybody. But in reality, back then, because of the way YouTube was working, because the tools are much better today, at that time, you needed to have 10 different emails for each channel. It was complicated to do, and you could not go from one channel to the other easily. Back in 2008 was more complicated than that. So what I decided to do was to put everything in my channel. So I changed my channel from Kaysha to Sushiro, or Kaysha Sushiro. That was the channel of Kaysha and the label. That's why all these music videos are on this channel. The good thing was, Sumia fans, they come here, Elisio's fans, they come here, etc. Even if they come to see their content, then they can stay on the channel and discover everybody else. So to me, it doesn't really make sense when I see people that still have small channels and are already separating into different channels. To me, what I would do if I would be you guys, because to me it's different. I'm huge by myself. I have thousands of songs. I have 5,000 videos already. So I can do this whole strategy of doing a lot of shows and cutting them. Listen, I could be live every day doing different styles of show. I could say, listen, on this day we do this, on that day we do this. I could do a cooking show by myself. I could do this type of show. I got vlogs. My channel is already a whole universe. But if I was you guys, and you guys already work together, for example, on different channels, I would do everything on one channel. Maybe not call it, okay, to give an example, I would put Dahlia MTV, Joel Amen, and Mountain of Inspiration, for example. I would do a whole one channel. I would do one channel for everybody, where you find a way how you split the revenues, but because you guys are still at the infancy, you might have one channel for everybody, so that because you more or less have the same, it's not exactly the same listeners, but you could do one big channel instead of 3 channels. So the effort is to bring the people in that channel, and then everybody has their different shows in that. So Dahlia can have, it's just an example, and I'm not saying you should do it, it's just an example. You can have Dahlia have the Dahlia show, and maybe she can have Ma Vie Ma Santé back. Those 2 shows, one she does on Saturdays, the other one she does once a month, or maybe she can even have somebody that she forms to become the host of that other show. Joel is already in the back taking care of the channels, so the host can be Dahlia for her own show, and then maybe another person for the second show about health, Ma Vie Ma Santé, and then Joel can do the Lingala show in the same place. Then Joel can do the tech show in the same channel, and then Mountain of Inspiration can do his daily lives or his pre-recorded stuff on that same channel as well. And everybody is coalescing all their followers in one place, which means that you have more people that have access to X amount of different places, different content in the same channel. And to me, I'm not saying this is the right way or the other way is the right way, because people have done both. People have a short channel, a clip channel, and an official channel, and then maybe they have like 10 other channels. If you have a whole team that can work on that, why not? But if we talk about the way we work, which is one-man operation, usually small teams, if you have one channel with all the comments, all the shows, and then you have one editor in Kinshasa or in India or in China somewhere that receive every show that comes from the content of these 3 channels in just one channel. If you have like one editor, their job, once the Dahlia show airs, Ma Vie Ma Santé airs, Joel Lingala show airs, Joel Tech show airs, Joel and Mountain of Inspiration show airs, then Mountain of Inspiration's 10 show airs, then you have an editor. All they do the rest of the week is cut into small 10 minutes, 5-minute clips, and every day there's 5 new clips coming into from. So when the Dahlia show is usually 2 hours, somebody makes 10 minutes, 5 videos of that every show, put them there, and then the channel now starts growing. And it grows because every show and every show will have their fans, but everybody just come to see the shows they want. But there's a number of subscribers in the channel that are slowly, once the channel, the whole channel reaches faster 100,000 followers, these 100,000 followers are beneficial to the 4 people that are part of this channel. When everybody become big enough, you can branch to your own channel if you want, or you can always have had your own channels when you only put the clips from the main shows, or you put all the clips in the same channel. I've seen some channels do clip channels, but from what a video that I see on YouTube, from if you are a content creator on YouTube, you have to follow this channel. It's called Content Creators, I think. No, YouTube Creators, sorry. I think it's called YouTube Creators, the channel. They have a channel about, no, it's not YouTube Creators. It's wait, I'm gonna find it. I need to go to my YouTube studio to find it. It's called
did you know TV is
Creator Insider. So everybody, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. You have to follow this channel called Creator Insiders, where the people who actually create YouTube explain some stuff. And there's a video that they did, I don't remember which one. It was a short one from Rene where he was saying will posting shorts on your channel hurt your performance? And he said no, it doesn't change anything. So that's a very interesting video.
If you already got a successful long-form video channel, will posting shorts on the same channel hurt your long-form video performance? No.
You see? So you should check this video. It's a 1-minute video where he explains that. And what he says is that you can put everything in the same channel. So if you look at my channel, again, let me go back to my channel. If you look at my channel, the way I set up my whole content empire. That this is just a solo empire. But the way I set up my content, I have my lives. So lives are just Club Shada. So all these Club Shada episodes, right? From these Club Shada episodes, right? From these almost 300 episodes, I create a playlist called Club Shada Shorts. Where is it? Playlist. There it is. I have a video called Club Shada Clips. Where is it? Oh Lord, really? For example, this is, so me, I have my me, it's a mess. I have my music in there, I have everything. I would have done a channel for my music and a channel for the rest, but it's too late for me. But you see, for example, this is a clip from Club Shada episode. This is a clip from Club Shada episode 291. So last episode. This video is 30 minutes. I talk about a specific subject, but I could make 2 videos of 10 minutes. I choose to do longer ones. It depends of the subject. And then I have probably 2,000 clips from Club Shada, right? I do everything myself. Now I have shorts. In the shorts, not only I have people dancing to something going on, but also have shorts from other podcasts that I go to, and shorts coming from
we have a business together.
Club Shada episodes. You see, shorts from Club Shada episodes, and I also have shorts from, for example, this is not a short, but for example, this is a clip that I did from me going to Dalia's channel last week. So you see,
C'est que tu dis.
I was on Dalia's show and I did something, I talked about something, and I made a 10-minute video out of it. And when Dalia come to my channel, she can make small videos of her coming to my channel, post to her channel, and everybody is just creating content off of everybody's content, clipping everybody's content, and collaborating like this. So I'm already using that, because if you look at my channel, I have clips from Club Shada, my music clips, full episodes. See, 4 clips from my conversation with Jacob de Vareur, rest in peace. The full video. I have more music, and then again clips from Club Shada. I try to do 3 per episode, but if I had somebody that their job was to just clip and that's all they do, yeah, listen, that would be me. It doesn't take that much time, but at least I need at least an afternoon to clip all these videos. If I had somebody that's their job, I have my afternoon back. I go to the gym, and when I come back from the gym, I either have that person post directly to my YouTube channel. I give them a editor role in my channel, or if I don't trust those people, they just drop all the little clips to Dropbox, and I upload them myself. And I'm losing less time. So those are things that people can do, in my opinion. Now, they don't have to do it. You don't have to go full on straight. But if you start slow, and I mean, me personally, that's the future I see for Club Shada. I'm not going to do it at once, but I'm going to do it slowly. Find the people that I want to work with. Maybe get an editor at a point. Then at a point, I'm going to get a space to record. Either in my next home, I will have a specific room for that, or I'm going to rent a place where I do that specifically, or maybe I will rent a whole apartment for that. I don't know yet. I have a friend that told me that he has a space that I can use whenever I want. In exchange, I just have to give him some knowledge. So I have that place that I can use without renting. And then all you have to do is create content. So listen, people I have around me, I have Bodhisattva that has his own channel, that has his show. We could have a show together, for example, that is on my channel. And then from that show, maybe I make the money from the show, and he can make the money from the clips. He put the clips on his channel. I keep the main show. And when we have a sponsor, we split the money in two. For example, you decide how you work, and then maybe we have another show on his channel, and on that channel we do the inverse. Listen, or maybe we can just, if it's easy to do the accounting, I think it's easy, more or less. You can see how much the show did exactly, and you share it in two. You pay to the other person. Then it's up to you to decide how you do your revenue sharing, or when it comes, or you pay people to come to your show as employees, and they just get X amount every time they come. You have many options to do it, but those are very, very, very interesting ways to expand what you're doing. I know that I'm about to reach 300 episodes of Club Shada, and I'm thinking of, all the things that I could do. Let's say if I go on a holiday for a month with my family and I don't want to work, and I can have somebody else do Club Shada pre-recorded or live on my channel. Or I can send them to another channel while I'm away. You have so many options that you can do. It's up to you and who you trust to do a good job. For example, I could have Club Shada with Bodhisattva, for example. The problem if he sleeps earlier than me, so maybe he would do the Club Shada from his house earlier and on my channel. Or I would have maybe a full, I like to keep my hands on, but I might have, for example, 4 episodes of Club Shada with different guests pre-recorded on location. Maybe I go to my friend's studio, and in one day, maybe I take 3-4 guests and we do podcasts together, and I just pre-record everything and they just play automatically on YouTube as premiere. So it seems like it's live for you, but it's pre-recorded, and you could do it like this. You have a lot of ways you can do your thing. And I believe that at a point, what is interesting is how you decide to take it further. How you take it further as content creation. Do you have like one channel being the mothership and then satellites, or you have a bunch of satellites? It's every strategy works. Everything has pros and cons. Me personally, as I'm a one-man operation, I do everything myself. I don't mind having everything here. Now, if I was not into the music and my family and stuff, I would do maybe I would add a third. Maybe I would have a third live. I would have a third show. It wouldn't be Club Shada. Maybe it would just be a music show where I play music. Maybe it would just be listening parties where I play music from my catalog, or when I invite other musicians or stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of things that I have in my head always for this channel, but I just take my time. I'm not in a hurry. But when I see other people that are really into it, I'm like, hey, yo, I have some ideas that you could use. And yeah,